What's up, guys? We are here with something a little different today. We are doing a Scotch blind. Today I have 3 different Scotches in front of me. I don't know what they are. My brother-in-law had a subscription where they would send you different vials that had scotches and whiskeys in them that you possibly never tried before. Then it has a little card that corresponds with each vial that lets you know what is in each one. And I'm excited to try it out. Personally, I am not a Scotch drinker, so this will be very interesting. But before we get into that, I do want to extend thoughts and prayers to all the victims from the hurricane that just passed through, Hurricane Helene. It was catastrophic. It was so sad. You may notice the light changing. I'm using the window light today, and we have so many clouds that are coming through. Because it came through last night, and it's cloud, sunshine, so I apologize for that. But thoughts and prayers to all of the victims. It was definitely a very tragic thing, watching as it went through the cities just one by one, just leveling them. So yes, but let's get into drinking some Scotch. Like I said, I've had one before. It's Glenlivet 12. I did not really prefer that one, but we're gonna go A, B, C. I don't know if you can notice, there's definitely color differences. This looks like a cider. Like, this looks like an apple cider. This one's more of a normal whiskey color. And then this one is kind of in between the two. It's a little darker. This one's like dehydrated urine. That's terrible. But, I mean, anyways. Oh, this one kind of actually smells like a bourbon, surprisingly. Like a lighter bourbon. When you get your nose in there, it's a little different. But like, the initial smell is definitely more of a bourbon kind of smell, but it gets a little more fruity the further you stick your nose in. Okay, I actually don't mind that one. It is a little more like a cider. The color, when I said it looked like a cider with its color, it kind of actually has a cider kind of taste to it as well. So it's kind of like a lighter Scotch. It has more of a crisp kind of flavoring to it. Definitely get a little bit of fruitiness to it, like a red fruit, like a bright red fruit. This light changing is terrible. I'm very sorry. But let's move on to number 2. We won't dwell on any of them for very long. This one doesn't have much of a smell, to be honest. Kind of have to dig into it. Oh, also, I'm letting a buddy of mine borrow my other Glencairn, so got to break out the whiskey neat glass for this. Okay, actually, caramel, definitely getting caramel. And that's it. Like a really strong caramel. You have to really get in there. Oh, that's interesting. So that initially is like caramel, but then it kind of takes you into a Pep Boys, kind of how like a Pep Boys smells when you're waiting, or like any kind of car shop mechanic, any kind of car shop like that you're gonna go and get oil change or whatever done to your car. The smell, you know what I'm talking about. Is it the tires? I don't know. I don't like that. Yeah. Caramel with a hint of car parts. Number 3. Ooh, this one's butterscotch. Right away, butterscotch. Vanilla. Let's see. This one's like the Glenlivet. It's got a maltiness to it. Like you peeled the outer layer off of a Whopper and you just ate the inner part. Definitely a maltiness to it. You do get some butterscotch and toffee and vanilla, but that's so malty. All right, so if I had to rank them, we would go A, C, B. But I have no idea what these are. I know they're scotches. So pull out my handy dandy cards that came with it. All right, so the first one is J.J. Corey, the Gale Batch #1 Irish Whiskey, blended Irish single malt whiskey, 46% alcohol. All right, so Irish whiskey. So I guess they're not all Scotches. All right, B, Black Bull, 12-year-old blended Scotch whiskey at 50% alcohol. And C is, I'm gonna get killed for this, I don't know how to pronounce it. Kureyoshi, 8-year-old sherry cask, pure malt Japanese whiskey at 48% alcohol. All right, so that's a sherry cask. That has been a ride. I found out I am not a big Scotch fan, but bigger than I thought. Like, I'm still not a Scotch fan, but I don't absolutely hate it because this one was actually pretty pleasant. Let me see, it says it's got lime, grapefruit, orange, marmalade, oily, pepper, mineral, oak, waxy. Ooh. I definitely taste the grapefruit now. Wow. Okay, and this one, I just said vanilla and car parts. It's got milk? I don't get milk at all. I do get caramel, very strong. Yeah. What the heck? It's so good at first, but then it just hits you and it's like I just replaced transmission and held the wrench in my mouth. Like, that's terrible. This one, almonds, orange zest, mineral, zesty, vanilla, oak, port, sherry. I swear it's just Glenlivet. Anyways, that's that. I don't like Scotch, but we have enough to do another one. So stay tuned for that in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. If you have friends that are into it, send it to them. We'd love to have everybody around for the ride. If you have any Scotches that you recommend, let me know. I probably won't pick it up right away, but I'll make notes of them. Eventually, I want to have a Scotch collection as well. So yeah, blades on, spirits up. Cheers, friends.
I got that